Hi, kindergarten. Welcome back. I am still here at the lake camping. Still have our book, The Chicken Squad Into the Wild by Doreen Cronin. In case you missed the first couple parts of our read aloud, Doreen Cronin is the lady that wrote Click Clack Moo, Click Clack Boo, Giggle Giggle Quack, Duck for President, and all those fabulous duck books that we love with Duck and Farmer Brown and all that. So, but she wrote a chapter book, and I wanted to share this with you guys. So I was out on my boat in the lake, and I was just rowing my boat along, fishing, minding my own business. I would, put my fishing pole in the water, and I would hope to catch something and bring it back in. I was hoping to catch some fish for dinner, but it didn't happen. Instead, I found this friend floating in the lake. So she wanted to say hi. Hi, kindergarten. So pretty excited to find a friend out here while I was camping. So it's been a while since I've seen you guys, and I just want to let you know I miss you. And I can't wait to read the next 2 chapters of our book. So here we go. Chapter 4. So everybody's back in their hideout spot, and they're talking about what they saw and what happened. Chapter 4. Listen up, squad, said Sugar. The bad news is we still have no idea what's in that box. The other bad news is Dirt used the whole surveillance time to write a poem. Well, I didn't do it on purpose, said Dirt. Well, Sugar just rolled her eyes. Ugh. So unless Sweetie observes something we didn't see, pretty sure we'll never get close enough to that box to find out what's in it. And we should proceed as if it is a wild, dangerous beast. And we are all in extreme danger. It could be a shark. What? Said Dirt. No, we said it's not a shark. No, said Sugar. You said it's not a shark. I'm not completely comfortable with saying it's not a shark. It might be a shark. Really, boys and girls, does a shark live on land? Think about that for a minute. Sweetie, said Dirt, can you read us what you have in your observation log? No, said Sweetie. Why not? Asked Dirt. Well, spying is wrong, said Sweetie. I climbed up that gutter just like you said, but I felt funny watching somebody without their permission. So I slid down the pipe, I rolled across the lawn, and here I am, back here. How did we miss that, said Dirt. Apparently I was not the only one taking a nap, said Sugar. And there they are, right down there. See that? Rolling across the lawn. Slide down the pipe and roll across the lawn. So it seems like the two that think they're in charge all the time are taking a lot of naps. So, based on our observations, said Sweetie, it sounds to me like there might be a rabbit in that box. Why in the world would you say that, said Sugar. Well, said Sweetie, Dirt's poem is about chewing and hopping. Who chews and hops, said Sweetie. That's right, rabbits. They chew, 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 chew. And you know who our rabbit expert might be? Gibson. He has a bunny at his house now. He found one at his house, and he was trying to save it from some of the other animals in the area. And so Gibson would be the one for sure to tell us if bunnies chew and hop. I bet he could tell us that. Well, it chews and it hops. So therefore, I think the creature in the box is a rabbit. So what I hear you saying, says Sugar, is that in 3 minutes of skillful observation and plenty of time to gather information, form my hypothesis, and take a nap. Well, that's what I hear you saying. You had plenty of time to do it all and take a nap. I think what I'm saying is that if it eats like a rabbit and it hops like a rabbit, it's probably a rabbit, said Sweetie. You've come a long way, kid, said Sugar. And look at that. There they are together. Thanks, sis, said Sweetie. All right, kid, said Sugar. Enough blabbering. Rabbits aren't dangerous, though, are they? Asked Poppy. No, not at all. Not unless you're a carrot. Can you imagine being a carrot? Then you could be afraid of a rabbit. Then why is it in a box? Asked Poppy. Well, rabbits are helpless. They can only eat salad. They don't know how to walk up the stairs, and I'm pretty sure their ears are just for showing. I mean, it's not like they can defend themselves with their ears. Uh-oh, said Dirt from the door. We've got a really big problem. We sure do, kid, said Sugar. I think I just ruined Easter for Poppy. No, look. Look at that rabbit box. The door's wide open and the rabbit's gone. Oh no, poor bunny, cried Sweetie. It'll never survive on its own. We're going after it, declared Sugar. Grab the emergency survival kits. Guys, said Dirt. We don't have emergency survival kits. That's kind of funny because they want to grab them, but then they don't have them. But we have our spy kits with our marshmallow belts and our binoculars and our observation logs. That'll help us in emergency, right? Said Poppy. Well, yeah, said Sugar. Perfect. And the chickens zipped up their plastic baggies and lined up at the door. Come on, squad, into the wild. And she waited until they were a few feet away from the chicken coop. Now, put on your mustaches. Put on your marshmallow belts. It's for your own safety. So that must be the picture right here. So these things back here, I thought it was a pillow on their back, but it must be a plastic bag. How cool is that? So they've got a plastic bag on that kind of makes like a wing. They've got marshmallow belts, a fake mustache, and right here they have their observation logs to write down what they see. Chapter 5. The wilderness is a lot further away than I thought, said Sugar, breathing. We should camp out here and wait for the bad weather to pass. Sugar tapped her head. Survival skills. You're right. There's a line of dark clouds approaching. Look. Uh-oh. Look at that sky. It's getting dark. Might be a storm coming. I meant the sun. It's really hot. In fact, according to our compass, it's going to be real hot today. You don't tell the temperature with a compass. That tells you the direction you're going, silly chickens. My instincts tell me it's probably close to 2,000 degrees out here. Let's set up a tarp and some shade and wait it out. Whew. Boys and girls, it'll never get 2,000 degrees. I'm just telling you. I mean, it'll get hot like summertime hot, but never 2,000 degrees. Compasses don't predict the weather, said Dirt. We need to hydrate. We need to stop here and fill up our water canteen, said Sugar. Guys, that's the dog's water bowl, said Dirt. He doesn't really like it when we play in his water bowl. Plus, pretty sure it has, dog slobber in it. That is not clean water. Hey, friend, do you like playing in dog bowls? Why not? Ew, dog slobber. Ew, yuck. I probably wouldn't like playing in that either. All right, you ready? Every living thing needs clean water, said Dirt. It may actually be one of the most important things. Sugar just ignored her sister again. Hand me the canteen, she demanded. We don't have canteens, replied Dirt, and the sky is actually looking really dark. I think we should just, keep going and stay ahead of the storm. Come on, chickens, announced Sugar. For once, Dirt is right. We have to keep moving. Head count. 1, 2, 3. And they waited. Close enough. I don't know where the last one is, said Sugar. Let's move. So they're missing somebody because there's 4 on the cover and they only counted 1, 2, 3. So somebody's missing. Hang on, Sugar. We have to stick together into the wilderness. I'll go find Sweetie. And she turned around and headed back across the yard. Sugar and Poppy set up a pillowcase for the shade and they played hangman with their observation logs while they waited. Hangman's like a spelling game where you have to guess the letters in the word. I found her, said Dirt a few minutes later. So there they are setting up like a tent to stay in the shade. And there she is going back for Sweetie. And there they are playing their games and waiting. I found her. She was walking under the pillowcase with Sweetie right behind her. Dirt was wearing a headlamp and her arms were full and her backpack was just overflowing. What's with all the junk, said Sugar. Well, there's a storm coming. I got berries to eat and I gathered firewood and I used the hose to fill the baggie with fresh water. See, said Sugar. Did you bring my eye pillow and some jelly beans to eat too? Asked Sugar. No, said Dirt. You wouldn't last a day in the wild without me. Not one single day. So there they are, setting up camp. And this one, with the headlamp, flashlight on, thought to go get water. She filled her bag and some sticks to build a fire and some berries to have something to eat. So what a smart chicken, huh? Even though her sister doesn't think so. All right. So, we're actually going to read another chapter because it's a short one. So I thought we would go ahead and read 3 chapters today. Chapter 6. Rabbits like to stay close to cover, said Dirt, leading the squad along the back fence of the yard. Try to think like a rabbit, she said. Which way would it go? Well, if I were a rabbit, I would go that way, Sugar pointed. If I were a rabbit, said Dirt, and there they are, right there along the fence down there at the bottom. See them? They're trying to decide which way to go. If I were a rabbit, said Dirt, I wouldn't go that way because that way is the mall, and I would feel like lots of vibrations from heavy, heavy traffic. Exactly, said Sugar. And when I sensed those vibrations, I would turn around and I would go that way. Behind the tomato patch, through the hole in the fence that we dug last year to reach the trampoline in the neighbor's yard. If I were a rabbit, said Dirt, my keen hearing would pick up on all those kids in the yard of the trampoline, and I would determine that is not the best way to go. I gotta hand it to you, kid, said Sugar. You're a better fake rabbit than I am. Thanks, said Dirt. That means so much to me. All right, kid, enough blubbering, said Sugar. The sky grew very dark and the chickens pressed even closer to the fence for some cover from the wind. So it's getting really, really windy out, really nasty out, and the storm's coming fast. What are we going to do when we find the rabbit? Asked Sweetie. Well, we're going to throw a pillowcase over his head and drag it back to safety. That rabbit has no business being in the wild, said Sugar. That bag part sounds a little extreme, said Dirt. Hard drops of rain bounced off their heads. Plunk, plunk, plunk. We could just gently lead him back to the yard, Do rabbits actually live in the wild? Asked Sweetie. Of course they do, replied Dirt. The chickens raised the tarp up over their heads to cover from the storm. Well, how do they protect themselves without marshmallows and mustaches? Said Sweetie. Excellent question, said Sugar. Mostly they just run. But they're also very good at hiding and staying perfectly still. So here they are in that nasty, nasty storm. The wind is howling. Whoosh. The raindrops are coming down. Plink, 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 plink. And these little baby chickens are getting blown everywhere. Whoosh, in the nasty storm. And they're still trying to find that rabbit. Speaking of staying still, doesn't the yard seem kind of quiet? Asked Sweetie. Yeah. Where is everybody? Asked Poppy, looking around. I don't hear any birds. I don't see any squirrels. Good observation, Poppy, said Dirt. Lots of animals have instincts to take cover or lay low when they sense bad weather or a dangerous situation. Which clearly these chickens have not developed yet because they're out in a storm by themselves looking for a wild animal. Chickens don't run from danger, said Sugar. Rain was dripping from the corners of her wet fake mustache, and a deep boom of thunder opened up in the sky. Boom, 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 and it shook the fence. Lightning cracked on the heels, and the rain came down so hard it knocked the chickens around. What should we do? Asked Sweetie, and her eyes were really big. Run! Yelled Sugar. And unfortunately, that is the end of the chapter. I miss you guys. And I just want to say thank you very much for joining me again for 3 chapters today. And you'll have to tune in one more time to find out what happens at the end of the story and find out, is it a rabbit or is it a shark? So I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. I miss you.